ReefDudes is sponsored by Ecotech Marine and Bulk Reef Supply. Merry Christmas, reefers! It is filming this Christmas Eve, it's the day before Christmas, and for Christmas I'm going to give my tank a little love today and finally do a little of that pruning and start to thin out the tank a bit. So let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. So long overdue. I know I've been talking about thinning out the tank a bit. I think today is going to be the day that I'm going to do that. First phase is going to be thin out a lot of these minty zoas. I posted them for free up on one of the local groups, and tons of people want them, so lots of people are going to get a nice chunk of the minty zoas since they're a bit taking over my tank. I also have tons of the Mardi Gras bounce, so those are definitely going to get a thinning out today. You just see how many are like massive mounds of these guys over here, so tons and tons of them. Aside from that, you know, a lot of these corals are, you know, they're growing into the glass, so I think there's just going to be some heavy fragging. You know, even some, you got multiple colonies. A lot of stuff is growing together, so I think that's going to be my main focus for now. And I'm also toying with removing some of this rock from the middle section here and sucking that over a bit to join it up more with that structure and having more sand bed space over here. Now, I'm going to need somewhere to put all this stuff, so I'm starting to get ready for a water change in the office tank. And once this guy is nice and full, I'm going to give the lagoon, you know, whatever that is, 25-30 gallon water change. I am fairly confident this is going to be depleted on trace elements and all kinds of stuff because it hasn't been tested in ages, so a big water change is kind of good measure before I load it up with a bunch of corals. So once we get that water change done, then I'll feel fairly confident to start moving stuff out of this tank into the office tank, and then we can have a little bit of space to work with and kind of rearrange things, do some fragging, some thinning. Again, this guy is beautiful and huge. Again, probably thin it out a little bit and tone it back down to a bit smaller size. So I'm going to get to work and we'll check back in a bit. Alright, so things got cut a little short given the fact that it's Christmas Eve and family time, but this is where we're at so far. So I'm going to kind of consider this kind of the first pass at it. Definitely more to do. You can see I definitely did open up some stuff. There's still a lot more to do though. The biggest change I would say is I actually took out a rock or two that was in the middle. I rotated that one structure around just so it fit, and then I elevated a little bit to give a little bit of a ledgy look to it. And then just kind of rearrange some of the gonnies, some of the other corals. This guy at the end, same thing, kind of rotated a bit out. And if you look down this side of the tank, we got lots of sand bed, lots of room on the right half of the tank. And that's looking pretty good. If you come over here, you know, we definitely got more to do, but we're getting a lot more space on the side. Some of these guys, you kind of see the grafted Monty and some of those, how I kind of stagger them out. There's a few little aquaria ones that are a bit shaded, so I'm going to have to, again, do some tweaking or maybe go frag them off and put them somewhere else. But you can see all the lovely dirty glass. I can actually get to it now to clean it, which is going to be awesome. So, you know, maybe the next day or two I will get that cleaned up. But yeah, so definitely, you know, some of the green slimer, I took a few big chunks out here that were constantly getting broken every time I did the glass. The Pac-Man or needle in a haystack, whatever you want to call it, this one definitely needs a little bit more of a trimming still, but other than that, I can actually clean the glass in my tank now, so that's a good start. I did cut a couple branches off here, and you can see some of the trimmings that are randomly throughout the lagoon tank for now. Now this tank just got a big water change as well, just because I'm sure the trace elements, a lot of that stuff are probably out of whack because I haven't really tested or done much on this one in a while, so it got a good 30-ish gallon water change. Hopefully that will reset stuff a little bit. And so far I think I'm digging the Waterbox. I'm liking to see a little more space between the rocks again, and you know, some of these little caves I can actually like see through them again, which has definitely been a while. Once I get the glass cleaned up, you know, a little more tweaking, I think it'll be good. I'm definitely going to go do a round 2 of thinning still, but for the first pass, I think it turned out pretty good. I think that kind of concludes what I got time for today. Back to the family time. Now it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you and your families. As always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Christmas, and I'll catch you guys on the next week's video.